It would be today on day one of the Class 1 state meet at Missouri Arena for the powerhouse Centralia Panthers. And it would take 106-pound senior Bryson Dubes all of under a minute to set the tone. First of all, catches the cradle here against C.J. Schmitten against Plattsburgh. You thought he had the pin there, but I'm not Schmitten yet. It would come moments later as he hammers down the neck, and in 51 seconds, the first of 2 pins on the day, as Mr. Dubes would punch his ticket back to the Final Four in his weight class with a chance to do really big things. And moments later, at 1:13, it's Waylon Atkinson picking up the momentum that Mr. Dubes would lay down, taking on Joshua Griffith here. A very hard scramble attempt to get his points early. Not much later, the pinfall victory in 49 seconds followed that up with a 15-5 major decision to reach the semifinals. 126, Blake Bodine's single leg takedown in his win against Matthias McGregor. He lost in the quarters, would move on to win in the wrestlebacks. We'll jump it up now to 157. The man on top looking for points right there, Lewis Suddarth of Centralia, taking on Dalton Guttrell of Polo. And yes, the cradle attempt eventually, which he got in, turned in to a nice little bit of 2-point performance for him right there. He'd end up registering an 18-2 tech fall victory, just throwing his man around the mat like a rag doll today. He'd go on to get a quarterfinal pin as well, and Lewis Suddarth add him to the list of guaranteed medalists and Final Four performers coming up on Thursday for the Centralia Panthers, again with that 18-2 tech fall victory. Jumping up to 175 here, Wyatt Atkinson taking on Jesse Schroeder of Fatima. And early on, dominant in this first period, you thought he might score the pinfall there. It took Wyatt a little longer than that to get things done. It would be in this match, in this first round, extended to the second period. But from that point forward, 33 seconds into that second period, this is the fallout and the fall win for him, as he would stick his man Schroeder and move on to the win, and would move on to the Final Four as well. At 190 pounds, more fun as well, as the Atkinson boys were kind of just doling out justice on this day. We'll kick it up there. Maybe not the best outcome overall on the day for Mason Atkinson, who you will see here in a second, taking on Dakota Cobb. He would win his first round match with Mason in a 17-1 tech fall. Unfortunately for Mason, despite that dominant start on the day, he would end up losing his quarterfinal match, but then again fought back hard in the wrestleback to keep his medal hopes alive. And in so doing, Mason Atkinson was one of all 10 Centralia wrestlers to guarantee themselves life into Thursday, which is really impressive. 8 of them already guaranteed medals. Mason Atkinson doing work, as I mentioned, and finishing out very strong to his day, as you see his hand raised in victory in round number 1. Most impressive performance of the day. No surprise at 2:15 by Ian Tuggle, who is going to get Lavelle McLeod here early with the back points. And then, yeah, he's going to roll that into a pin in just 103. Ian Tuggle, yes, he is a menace in whatever he does. Football, wrestling, whatever. 2 pins today. And yes, 95 day 1 points for the Centralia Panthers overall. First place by more than 40.5 points over St. Pius X.